To mark 4 months here in Portugal, Kaylee and I are going to talk about our 4 pros and cons that we have noticed about living here. Hello, expats and travelers. Welcome to Expats Everywhere. I'm Josh.
And I'm Kaylee.
And we believe that living abroad transforms lives. And we're going to talk a bit today about the pros and cons of being here in Portugal for us. Some of the things that we've noticed, so maybe you don't fall into the same pitfalls that we have, some of the trappings that we have, and just so that you're prepared for when you do decide to move.
All right, which one are we starting with? Which one do you guys want to see first, the pros or the cons? We'll give you a quick second to type in the chat box because sometimes people like to see the cons first, like get those over with and then see the good things, but other people like it the other way around. Which way do you normally like it?
I think it's easier to go with pros first than cons.
Oh, we're getting a lot of cons.
Yeah, they want to start with the bad stuff first.
I'm the same way.
Well, yeah, it's like get that stuff out of the way and then talk about the glorious stuff.
Yeah.
Listen, whatever we say here, we love Portugal. So there's cons to any place that you can live. We loved living in Singapore when we were there, and we still can find cons about living there.
Sure.
So let's start with the cons then. It looks like a lot of people are saying cons.
We got a couple pros, but I think cons are going to win it. So, okay.
All right. You want to start out? Yeah.
Okay. I've mentioned this before on other videos that we've done, but my biggest con is not actually about Porto. It's just about the apartment we live in. And I really like the apartment, but I hate not having a washer and a dryer. At first, it wasn't so bad, but I think the biggest problem now is that since it's cooled down with the humidity, if I have to hand wash something, especially with the baby, it just doesn't dry. And then you have to worry about mold. So then I have to run over to the laundromat and do all that. And it's just consuming. So I think that depending on where you live in Portugal, what kind of lifestyle you have, I guess, you can do without a washer, but it's getting to the point at 4 months where I'm like, I cannot wait to have a washing machine and a dryer, both. It can't just be the washing machine. Honestly, the dryer is probably more important here. So I think my biggest con, my one, because we're going to do 2 and 2. So one of my cons is I wish our place had a washer and dryer.
Yeah, real talk. 5 minutes ago, right behind us was a big drying rack full of a bunch of things because Valencia peed through her diaper and it got a bunch of other things wet. So if we had a washer and dryer, we could just throw it in that. Bada bang, it's done. But instead, we have to go to the laundromat. And really, each time we run to the laundromat, which is every 10 to 14 days, sometimes we can stretch it out. It costs about 20 euros.
Mm-hmm. That's the other thing is it's like costly to have a washer or to go and get your stuff washed. But yeah, it's just rough to like kind of hand wash it. And then it's inside because it's too cold outside right now. So it's kind of the heat's on and trying to try to blow dry it so it doesn't get moldy. So washer, dryer.
All right. So the second thing is also in the apartment. And this is just to tell you guys, like, make sure that your apartments are set up the right way, especially if you have a longer contract, like a 12-month contract. Here it is. Second thing, the refrigerator is way too small. It's almost like a college dorm fridge. It's bigger than a college dorm fridge, but not even half the size of a normal American fridge. So what that means is every 5 to 7 days, we're out of groceries. It's usually around the 5-day mark, like the refrigerator's looking like a bachelor pad, like it's looking like a bachelor's fridge. There's condiments in there and like milk.
One apple.
And an apple. Yeah. And like a fuzzy. Yeah.
No. Stuff can't even get fuzzy. We have to go through it so quickly. And so then every time we go grocery shopping and we come back, it's like playing Tetris, trying to fit everything in. So yeah, it's small.
I was going to say that. Yeah. It's like playing Tetris.
Yeah. Just trying to make it all work. And stuff just gets kind of shoved in there. And then the worst are the salad bags because it's like this big airy salad bag. So you have to open it to like actually make it fit so I can squish it down. But then it's like, quick, eat the salad before it goes bad. It's open.
You've got to eat salad in like 2 to 3 days, like max, and then it's done. And then if you put anything too far in the back of the fridge, which you have to because you're playing Tetris, stuff in the back freezes. So you have to be very careful about what you put, that close to the condenser. So our next place will definitely have a larger fridge and we won't be playing Tetris as much. And we won't be shopping for groceries as much. You guys saw the grocery video that we did. I think if you didn't, we'll put a link in the description section so you can check that out. We're there all the time, guys. We are there all the time.
Yeah, they know us. They know Sia.
They do. They love Sia. Okay, number 3.
Okay, so mine, again, is about the apartment, actually, which is probably says a lot for Porto.
Yeah.
But for me, when we got our place, it said 5th story with elevator. So we booked and we were happy. And then when we got here, we didn't realize that there are actually stairs up to the elevator. So yes, there is an elevator, but we have to go probably about 2 flights of stairs before we actually get to the elevator, which is not ideal with the baby. She's getting heavier. And then we have this stroller, which it collapses, which is good, but it's just too difficult. Like if I just want to take her out on my own, I have to have Josh stairs and help out first. So for me, I would say ground floor or an elevator, or at least maybe 1 flight. Okay. But like, it's just too much. So
yeah. So if you don't have kids, that's okay. This is really good advice too. The downtown apartments, most of them in these older buildings don't have elevators. So you need to kind of know that going in, especially if you're booking a place sight unseen. Check with the realtor to make sure that the agency, the property management company, whatever you're going through, check to make sure that at the entry level, the ground floor or whatever the entry level is to the actual building, that you have an elevator that goes up to service your apartment, because you definitely don't want to be lugging groceries and such up 5 flights of stairs.
Oh yeah. Or
even people do it, but it's like,
if you don't want to,
do you want to? That's the thing.
Yeah. And even if you like want no stairs and it says like has an elevator, just double check, because it's quite common to have like some stairs to the elevator around here. So just maybe check with your realtor or whoever you're going through that if there are any stairs to the elevator.
All right. So number 4, and this is the last con we're going to give today anyways. And this one might frustrate some Portuguese. I don't know. We might have some backlash in the comment section. There is way too much doggy droppings on the street. So we're not sure if it's people being negligent and not picking up the dog poo, or if it is like stray dogs or whatever that's doing the damage.
I think it's people. Because especially where we are, there are stray dogs around, but we don't really see them where we are. But we see a lot of dog poop on like the sidewalk and stuff. And so when you're walking with the stroller, you got to be like, whoa, watch out, watch out, watch out.
We walk probably at least 30 minutes a day, like minimum. Sometimes we walk up to 90 minutes, depending on like what's going on in terms of our work schedule. And if we can get Sia out for that long and give a good walk. So we walk a lot of the city. Like we walk a lot of the city. We just point to a neighborhood and head that direction and start walking her. So we know the city really well in terms of the sidewalks. There are even sidewalks that we know to avoid.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're a Portuguese person in Porto and you drive a bunch, don't come at us with all the heat and be hateful, because are you walking the sidewalks as much as us? I don't know.
Yeah, we do walk a lot. So that is a good point. And then just to touch on the neighborhoods, we're planning on doing featuring each neighborhood around Porto. So we're working on that. So that's something you guys can look forward to, about what the different neighborhoods, the vibe of them, what they look like, what restaurants and cafes they have, what real estate looks like there. So that'll be coming your way. So be on the lookout.
We just have to wait till the economy opens up. When the economy opens up, we'll get into those neighborhoods and like actually go into the restaurants, you know, get permission to show the inside of the restaurants and stuff like that, cafes, so you guys can see, because I think that's what gives a lot of the neighborhoods even more character. Obviously, some of the buildings and the neighborhoods are different. The buildings look different and everything. But yeah, going into the actual places and seeing people and what they're all about is great.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on to the first. But hey, let's get cracking on the pros, and then we'll get to the comment section.
We'll come back.
Yeah.
Okay. So real quick, you want me to start with the pros then?
Yeah.
Okay. So then the first pro, again, is apartment. We have, an amazing view. And because our apartment is south facing, and this is a big thing within the city when you're looking, like people will talk about the way that it faces, because the way the sun comes up, the suns and the sets and everything. And south is always the best because of how much light it brings in. So our apartment is amazing because it has these huge windows, which you've probably seen on our apartment video. And then the sun, because it's south facing, like the river, then the sun just comes in and is in all day. So it's well lit. That's a big thing. You want a well lit apartment, especially in the winter.
Ask your realtor, because you're not gonna know. Even sometimes when you visit, you're not really gonna know. You might be disoriented. and not really be thinking like, where is it? But you need to write it down and make sure that that's a question that you ask, especially if you're shopping from abroad. Make sure that you ask which direction the main windows are facing. If there are like several windows that are kind of all around the apartment, which you'll find that as well. You'll find some that are like the bedroom's facing east and the kitchen's facing west. Ask these questions because it's really important. If your place is facing north, definitely try to get a discount or don't even move there, honestly. If you're facing east or west, it's fine. You'll have some sun as the sun moves, obviously. South is the best.
Yeah.
South generally garners higher prices. You might have views of the river. So that's something that you need to look out for. But I love it because I work right here facing the river and I get sun all day.
Yeah, it's really nice. And then also, so with the east and the west, you'll want to see which, if you have that type of apartment, if you want the sun rising on the bedroom side in the morning, or you'd rather have it setting, or if you have an outdoor space, you probably want the sun out there in the afternoon. So just think about those questions when you're looking, but it's good to ask what way it's facing.
Okay, finally,
you want to be well lit.
Finally, moving away from apartments. Moving away from apartments. Pro number two is that for Porto's size, it has some really, really great coffee roasters. So not just cafes, but coffee roasters as well. And currently, these businesses aren't really able to be open and selling cups of coffee, but you can still get great coffee that you then take home, that you then take home and brew yourself. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm really into coffee. I really enjoy it. Kaylee's actually the bigger coffee drinker, but I like good coffee.
He's the snobby coffee drinker. I'll drink any coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you ever watch like a Peter McKinnon video and he's like doing B-roll of coffee, like I'm that guy geeking out on coffee. So
I just drink it. So I'm like, sure,
we're going to do a coffee episode whenever things open back up, and we'll take you to maybe 3 or 5 of the roasters here. There's probably about only 5 proper roasters. But we'll take you to maybe 3 or 5 of them and let you kind of see what it's like and explain their businesses. A couple of them are partially owned by expats, which is neat.
Yeah. So I'm just happy that Josh has gotten into coffee because he makes really good coffee now, and so I can drink it.
And it saves money as well from Starbucks. It's not as cheap as going to a regular cafe, which you can get a coffee like an espresso or a bica, I think's the name. If one of my Portuguese guys can put that in the comment section, bica. So a single shot of espresso, 70 cents, maybe upwards of euro 20.
Depending on where you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's typical too, to go and
I like a Maya de Leite
cafe
personally.
Oh yeah. You can definitely go out and get like a latte or galao. Yeah. It's funny though. We learned, galao for kind of being a latte, but then they're like, just say latte.
Just say latte.
So okay, well that's easy.
Yeah.
So yes, the coffee and cafe culture is amazing, and the roasters are great. Okay, so then kind of playing a little bit on that, another pro is how easy it is to network and build relationships here. So even like walking into a roastery, like everyone's just so nice. The owners want to talk to you. They're there, and you just kind of end up building this really great network. And then just you can befriend people in the grocery store, or especially if you hear someone speaking English and you kind of find out they're a native speaker. It's like, oh, well, let's just, strike up this conversation.
But this is for expats and locals.
Yeah.
Like locals are super easy to make connections with and become friends with. Yeah,
definitely. So it doesn't just have to be someone from your native country. But we've been just sitting at a cafe and you just start talking with someone, a local. So people are just so friendly here. And I know I've mentioned that before, but it just makes it easy to build relationships and feel like you have a network, which is really good right now, especially with the whole lockdown stuff going on. So even though we can't be out at cafes, you can still communicate. You have someone to talk to and stuff. And then when stuff opens, you can meet up. But it's just really easy to build relationships here with people, which is great.
Yeah, it's awesome. I even try to keep in touch with some of these people through WhatsApp or through IG, just messaging back and forth. Hey, is business okay? Like, are you getting enough customers, and how are you doing? How are you holding up? That type of thing. I think it's great to just get involved in your local community and start meeting people and start networking, and things will really open up for you. I just had a guy the other day that I shared WhatsApp with. exchange contact information. And he's like, when things open back up, you let me know what type of food you want, what type of restaurants you want to try out, and I'll let you know. I'll give you the lowdown. He's a restaurant owner himself, so he's going to help us out.
Yeah, and we actually had another one like that as well, but he's got some friends who own like wineries. So he's just like, when stuff opens up, I'll take you out to these places and we can do like wine tours and stuff. So definitely looking forward to the stuff opening.
Okay, so pro number 4, and this would be a pro whether there was this Corona thing going on or not, but we've been going to this place more often because of Corona, is the bakeries.
Josh loves the bakeries.
I can't help it. We go out on a walk and I'm like, okay, we're burning some calories. We might as well consume some calories. I have to try out like all the pastries. I'm on a mission to try out all the pastries and then decide what my favorite is. Cause we spent the first month eating all of the pastel de nata.
You guys saw that video, right?
All of them.
It was rough.
But no, what's great. There's multiple things that are great about the bakeries. 1, it tastes great. 2, the people are really nice. 3, it is right now like one of the only ways I can practice my Portuguese, because I can go in and actually interact with the shopkeepers, the workers, whatever. I'm not really talking to the bakers. They're in the back baking. That's what they do. But no, I'm able to go in and order and kind of have this little conversation, this little 2 to 5 minute class, really like this live class, and then get some awesome baked goods to then take home and eat.
Yeah, just trying something new. And I won't even be hungry, but Josh will be like, go in and practice. So he gets me in there to practice. And of course I go in and I'm not just going to get one thing because I see what there is, It's generally better if I'm like, you go. But then normally I'm like, you go, but get something with chocolate is what ends up happening. But yes, the bakeries are amazing. They're everywhere. They've got a good variety of stuff. The bakeries.
What do we have today? Do you remember?
Berlin. Yeah. What is it?
Bola de Berlin.
Bola de Berlin and Berlin.
Yeah.
Broma
de Mel.
Yeah.
And what was the other one?
Oh, something with Mel. No, honey.
No, it was with almond. I didn't actually catch the name. I just asked them what's like the most typical item here, and they told me. The lady told me, and I was just like, sure, let's do it. And it was good. It was good.
Clutch. Okay.
Comment section.
Yeah, those are our pros and cons. Let us know what you think. And now I'm just gonna go right back up to the top and we'll start saying hi to people. Eva Silva, hi. Honeymoon always. Raul, hello. Thanks. Happy 4th month anniversary. Okay, Rebecca. Hello guys. Do you have any airline recommendations from the US or Portugal? I'm overwhelmed when Googling. So we'd like to use Skyscanner. I don't know if you've checked that website out before, but you can choose, I guess, some filters, which might help with it being not as overwhelming. But really, I mean, it kind of depends on where you're coming from the US, how many layers you want, how much money you want to spend. If you're bringing a pet, obviously there are better ones. We went on Air France, but Pincher was in the cabin with us. And the hold, KLM and Lufthansa are known to be really good with pets.
Can I just answer this in a more concise way?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
So Rebecca, you have to ask yourself, what you need the flight for. Do you need it just for yourself to get there? Or do you need it for your pet? So once you have that figured out, if it's just you and you're moving everything, then you're probably going to want to look for a good airline that you're not buying a budget ticket on, because once you do that, then you're going to have to start adding all of the luggage, and then that stuff adds up. And it's going to probably be the same price or more than if you just go with that better airline. Yeah,
that's pretty much with everyone probably moving, right? You're going to have bags. Yeah. So like TAP, you can find it really cheap, but it's like the TAP, like basic light or whatever. And then once you start adding luggage, it's the same as if you go like Delta. Yep. So you don't necessarily have to do a budget airline. It ends up evening out.
Is mass transit running? Mike E. Yes, mass transit is running. And we haven't tried to travel in Europe. We shouldn't. You can. So but you shouldn't.
The border with Spain has been open, but now Portugal, because they've been having a tough time the past few weeks, they're doing a lot more checks. So driving, you can get heavily fined. Trains and stuff. So it kind of depends on the country, but stuff right now, borders are still open, but you're not supposed to travel unless it's essential for work.
So we've got 81 people on here.
Yeah. Hey guys.
If
give
all
us a
81 of you can give us
thumbs
a thumbs up, that'd be great.
27 of you guys had already. Thanks.
You guys are awesome.
Okay. So yeah, there's just not much travel going on. And the thing is, stuff's dead as well. So even if you do travel, then there's not much open. So that's unfortunate. Tina, answered Rebecca. Okay. Tap does have direct flights. You're right.
I love that question from Natalie there. So when is everyone moving to Portugal? So hopefully you guys are starting to give those replies in the comment section.
Yeah. When are you guys coming? Rebecca, take car seats. Also drop app. Oh yeah. Rebecca talked about the Drops app is good for learning Portuguese.
The person that we're going to be doing a language vlog with is she's a teacher, but she also recommends Drops app for when you're not meeting in classes and stuff.
Okay, real quick with car seats, Rebecca, when you're on like the bus or on metro, like you just pop in with your stroller. You don't need a car seat. If you're going to do an Uber around the city, I know people who, because it's too much of a hassle to have the car seat, that the stroller goes in the back and you just strap the baby to you. So that's an option. It's a hassle with the car seat though.
Just keep going down.
Okay.
We're down past Evo.
Okay, well, go ahead if you got it.
Okay.
Winter sucks. Oh, yeah, with the humidity.
Yeah.
Julie, have you seen apartment? Oh, we answered that with washer and dryer. Yes, we have.
Monica,
thank you guys for the great information. I'm moving to Portugal very soon. You guys are awesome. Thanks. From Waco,
Appreciate
Texas. Ooh, it's cold there, huh? Right. I think all of Texas got snow right now.
There's a storm as well,
crazy,
I believe.
Crazy.
Stay safe.
Rebecca, thanks for being so active, Rebecca. We would go broke without a washing machine, dryer, 6 people. Definitely. Yeah, it's a lot. Natalie, you could probably bring them on the plane in a little crate. I think we're talking about pets there. I hope.
Yeah.
Tamara.
Not your kids.
Yeah, not in the crate. Yay, when I moved to France, one of my requirements was to have a washer and dryer. I always have. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Travel Drone, hello, everyone from the UK.
Hey, what's up, Travel Drone?
Hey.
I replied to one of your comments earlier. So
weave the story.
Thanks for that comment.
Yes, I'm like, what's with Portuguese fridges and why are they so small?
I know, right? Why are they so small?
It's a European thing, honestly.
It is.
Like Americans, we have big fridges. In Europe, they just don't. I think a lot of it has to do with space. And just they naturally have smaller kitchens.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Love you guys. And now what there is an Arsenal kid, even more. Woo!
That's
yes. Big Arsenal fans. I think Steven, I don't know if he's on here. We had another one email Steven, who's an Arsenal fan.
Yep, Steven's an Arsenal fan. We've had some mild haters. But.
Boo. Okay, Joel, hey guys, can watch live, but we'll watch later today. Okay, thanks, Joel.
Thanks, Joel, for
jumping on later. David,
at least you can leave eggs in the counter.
Yeah, we don't.
I think it's, I think once you buy and pop them in the fridge, they just last longer.
Yeah. You can
leave them, but it just depends on how quickly you go through them. But they'll last a few more days. That's all right.
We don't have much counter space either.
Apparently, it's like if they've been washed, because that removes the film, which protects the egg for longer. But anyways.
Yeah, but that is something, especially like if you saw in our video about grocery stores, the eggs are not refrigerated anyway from the beginning. So
Natalie's question's a great one. Are you looking for another place in Porto? I'm assuming. Yes, we are. We're definitely looking at our options because our lease runs out here in April. So 2 more months. But we're certainly looking at our options to buy. And that'll be fun to kind of give you guys an update on that as things progress and figuring out that process. We'll be happy to do that and explain that process.
Yeah. So for you guys that haven't seen the house property video that we did, we're working with the same realtor. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you jump on there and see Rachel. She's been great with helping us. She's half British, half American. So that's helpful with the Portuguese cultural stuff going on. So watch that video.
We're working on another one as well for rentals. Some people have asked about like, what are rentals like? We've shot 3 different rentals at 3 slightly different price points. All of them are classified. All of them have 2 bedrooms. They're not all classified as T2s because the way the classifications work here, but that's going to be coming out soon. So probably next week.
Yeah. And if you guys are interested in that stuff, then let us know because since we do have the affiliations with a couple different places for buying or renting, we can work on helping you out.
Might be able to save you some money.
Email. Yeah. Send us an email if you're interested in that. Where you can do info@expatseverywhere.com. Carl, how'd you guys get past the registration of your apartment with the finances office for your SEF appointment? I guess the bigger question is, do the living apartments with their leases
Wow, we got a super chat
work for Seth? We'll get to that super chat in a second. But Carl, we just switched it to a 12-month lease.
Yeah.
So that was the biggest thing. And I think what we've talked about a lot in videos is if you are able to, we would recommend getting a 12-month lease, but then having a clause in there that you can leave earlier without any financial implications.
Yeah.
So Living is actually really good at working with you guys.
Yeah.
So we would definitely recommend them for renting, especially because of that and the experience that we've had with them. So just, put that stuff in there.
Oh, this is cool. So that's Melinda's, right? Yeah.
Where's your donation button, Melinda?
Yeah. So Melinda found it. Yeah. The donation button. I don't know where it pops up on your all screen. If you're on a computer, it's probably at the bottom of the chat box. It looks like a dollar bill.
It's a square with a fancy looking dollar sign.
Yeah.
Dollar sign.
But
so then
can you scroll over it? Yeah. Click on it.
Hey, y'all. Can hardly wait for June. Love your videos. Thanks, Melinda.
Appreciate it.
I know. June can't come fast enough. Okay, cool. So if I unclick that, we're back.
And we can keep going.
Oh, good. Okay. We have the story. Yes. KRD 137. Hi, Kaylee. Oh, Kaylee Josue. We made it. Good to see you guys. Both of you are great. Thanks for everything you've done. Oh, yeah. Okay. I just talked to Jamal and Shohida. I hope I said that right. Shohida.
Hey, it's better than I would do.
Great. Hope your SEF appointment goes well in March, but definitely write with more questions if you have them.
They're the ones that have a couple of weeks.
A couple weeks.
Okay.
A couple weeks for your SEF appointment.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, you should be fine.
More super chats.
Yay,
Whoa.
Super chat. Okay.
It's blowing up.
So let's see. What's this one?
Yep. Click on it.
Oh,
Yumiko, thank you so much. Appreciate it. We actually just we corresponded with her last week or beginning of this week.
I think it was beginning of this week.
Things
it was last week.
On the weekend. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to share your story of Porto in the comment section, please do. Or if you want to tell us if we can share it, then we'll share your story right here. But you've got a great story.
Thanks.
Let's check out the next one. Thank you for the super chat.
Here we have
Tina.
Tina,
thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So let's see. Back to we the story. I don't understand. There's so much dog poo around Lisbon too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it might just be a cultural thing.
Okay. So Evo said something else that we've heard other people in Portugal say, which I think that's a good segue. Well, let me read it first. Evo says there are a bunch of stray dogs, but yeah, mostly pets. So let's actually talk about that just for a quick second.
And then we have a super chat.
Yes. Do you want to tell them the breaking news about our partnership where we're donating?
Oh yeah, that is good. I was like, I don't know where he's going with this. Okay, so real quick, and we'll get up to that super chat that just came in. But if you guys have seen, we just recently launched a course for D7 to get your D7 visa in. It has step-by-step videos, text, checklists, resources, recommendations. It has so much information.
It's basically action items to keep you on track.
It's a timeline and everything.
Yeah.
So it helps you guys get stuff done, where to go to get the things done, how to do it. To like submitting your documents, everything.
About
It was a fun course to put together, actually. It was a lot of work, but it was fun. So we started it off at a special launch price, and then we decided after we got 30 people for the special launch price, we were going to move it up. And so it's $59 now, but we're donating $10 to a local charity. So the past week or so, we've been vetting different charities, trying to figure out who we should give to. And I have a heart for animals, probably more so than Josh.
I like animals.
So I started looking at different shelters around Porto. We wanted it to be specific to Porto since we are here. And so we went with a company or an organization, I guess. Do you want to say the name?
Midas,
but it's like, how do you say association? It's like Midas Association. Associação Midas is the name of the company, and they are, or I keep saying company, but it's an organization, obviously. And they have just outside of Porto a big shelter, and obviously they need finances to help with food. They help with the stray dogs and cats. They help sterilize them so that they can't breed, and they help with hospital bills. They help with people who have pets who have hospital bills for their pets that can't pay, and so on and so on. So anyway, so that is because the big announcement that we've had is that we are excited to give to this charity from what goes from that course. So check out the course, but then also we'll be giving some of that to charity.
Yep.
To a pet shelter, which I like. Okay.
Yeah. So Elaine, super chat. She says that Memrise app is great. They have both European Portuguese and live recordings of locals speaking language. Yes, those are always great. It's always really good if you're moving to Portugal to have European Portuguese.
Yes.
Because it's just going to help you adapt much faster and hear and understand what locals are saying as opposed to Brazilian Portuguese. Brazilian Portuguese is beautiful.
It just sounds different.
It just sounds so different, and it's better to, it's just better to have that European Portuguese.
European one. So that means we've had Drops and Memrise are two apps that people have recommended.
Yep.
And we're working on an app with a company. So
we're not working on an app, but it doesn't have Portuguese. So we're pushing them to get Portuguese.
We're working on that. Okay. So thanks, Elaine, for that.
We have two more. We've got a super sticker. Oh, David is pumping iron there. Keep it up.
That's always a funny one. I think he did something like that last time. That was a good one. Okay. I don't know if I'm doing this right.
And then Danny, thank you.
G, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, let's go back down to
everyone?
We did. We did.
Okay.
I'm keeping up with it.
Okay, good.
Guys, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so right back here, we talked about
the dog poop.
Monica, what do you think about Lira City in Portugal?
Not been there.
Yeah, I don't know much about it.
We're hoping to travel a bunch when COVID allows us to. And just like when we lived in Spain, we tried to visit every single province and go to all the major cities because there's a lot of variety. And we're going to do the same in Portugal. But this time we're going to actually vlog about it and show you guys. Even though that's not the core of the channel, the core is to help people on their expat journey, but travel is a huge component of that, and travel is a lot of fun. So we'll do that. Let's keep going.
Let's see. We have the story. We've been talking about my dog poop. You got to veer. Elaine, yay. Thanks for making it. So just got home in a super chat. Natalie, people have to be shamed into picking up the poop.
Yep. We've got a friend who talks a lot to he's got good ideas about how to publicly shame people. We're not going to share those, but Anthony, if you're watching, that's for you.
Yumiko, thumbs up. Expat Explorer, hey,
good to see you as well.
Joshua Peace, cool. Ed, no different than NYC. Dog poop. We got a lot of dog poop comments, huh?
Yeah.
Rebecca, that sounds like a lovely idea to see the Porto areas. Can you take menu pics? I'm a foodie.
Yeah.
We'll definitely show you the food.
I think if with the menu pics, we'll probably go on IG with those. So if you guys want to get on the IG, it's Expats Everywhere. So at Expats Everywhere.
Yeah, but we'll definitely show the food. That's a big thing that we like to do. It's been too hard now.
And Portugal has good food.
They do. Evo Silva, let's hope they don't all close down. Yes. Kate Antles, how does Pinto do with the rain? Arlo, she does not like it. A con for Porto.
We just don't take him out when it's raining.
He hates it.
There have only been a few days in the past 4 months where it's rained like all day where we couldn't take him out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all right. We just got on their super chat.
Yay. Yeah, so it's definitely doable to work around it.
For sure.
Mike E.
Thanks, Mike E.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Woohoo. Okay, moving on. Jimmy, any ETA on the economy opening up? Good question. They keep extending it every 2 weeks.
Yeah. Rumor has it, and this is not us spreading the rumor, but we just heard about it, is that they're worried about Easter. So I think that they're going to wait until after Easter to open things up.
So that's like the first weekend of April.
That's just kind of the expat rumor. So if Portuguese, if you want to chime in as well, if you're hearing that too, let us know in the comment section below.
Yeah, but definitely from what we've heard is at least until March. So at least another couple of weeks. Yep. Hopefully that's it.
I think we got two more super chats.
More super chats. Woo, woo, woo,
you guys are crazy.
Elaine. Hey, Elaine. Traveling there with a baby 15 months in a month. Lap baby versus separate seat. Car seats requirements, advice. I'm taking TAP overnight. Okay.
Overnight's really good. I mean, how does your baby sleep? If your baby sleeps through the night, Sia was fussy like the first hour, but we did an overnight one as well. And after the first hour, she calmed down. She slept the whole way on that long flight.
Yeah. So we had the bassinet. So talk with TAP about getting in a seat that will give you the bassinet, which was amazing. So we had her as a in the holding. So we didn't pay for an extra seat. But the airline was actually really good working with us, getting us into, we actually had to sit separately because since we had Pincho has to go under the seat in front of you. But if you have a bassinet, you're sitting in the front row seat.
So they split us up.
So they split us up, which was fine because then they blocked off the seat next to me anyway. So after we took off, Josh could just come with Pincho.
Yep.
But so work with TAP and see what they can do for you. But I would definitely say the overnight is a good idea. Just do lap seat. Try to get the bassinet so your baby can sleep. Car seat requirements. So driving around, like I've said, with Uber and stuff, they don't seem to mind if you get in without a car seat.
Just buckle them in with you.
Buckle the baby in. Now, this is obviously city driving. I
Yes.
wouldn't recommend being
On the
like
highway.
on the interstate or something. Yeah, the highway. But city driving, Uber seems to be okay with you not having your car seat because we have the car seat that pops into the stroller. But now that she's bigger, she likes the outward face, and so that's annoying to have the car seat. So you can definitely do that. Email if you want some more information on baby stuff. Okay.
Next
This
one. Yep.
Elizabeth,
Woo!
thanks for being you. Aw,
Thanks, Elizabeth.
So cute.
That's awesome.
Amir.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, that's cute. Okay. Is that all of them?
Yep. Click
Okay.
and we'll go back down.
Back to the comments. Okay.
I think
That's great about the neighborhood restaurants. Natalie, my NCAA is clean except for tourists, really. That's funny. Tourists. Mike E. Mike E's mass transit running. Are you able to?
I think we already answered that. Yep.
Yeah. But it is traveling around the city. It is. You just have to be careful because they can fine you right now if you're not out and about for essential stuff.
Yeah. And we have heard of that. We've heard of realtors that are doing business and they get busted. So yeah, that's not good.
At least for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
KRD 137. Please inform us about driving license and SS number whenever you can. I am actually, we've talked about this. At least me, because I drive everywhere. Josh
I should
might
as well.
We're going to go through the driver's license process just so we can have it. And then we can share with you guys
We'll
how
definitely
it's
share
done.
that. Yeah.
Same
Might as well.
with the health number and everything. So since we just got our residency cards, by the way, it only took a week from Seth to get those back for us.
Yeah,
So
it
we
was
have our
fast.
residency cards. Now that we have it, we can do all that stuff.
Yeah.
So we will be getting that information out to you on how to do it. Are these rolling in or are these something?
I'm not sure.
Okay. We have
Melinda. Thanks, Melinda.
I use
Skillshare.
Skillshare. It has mainland Portuguese, tells how to pronounce the words and build sentences. $10 monthly, and my first month was free. Okay, so another app that's recommended.
A lot of YouTubers
Oh.
right now are connected with Skillshare. Like Skillshare is really giving monthly subscriptions away, like 1 month for free.
I think
free
it's a
trial.
website, right? Not an app.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
it's both.
So
Maybe it's both.
so I think they probably have an app.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if you are watching a video and someone throws out Skillshare, get on it and start doing Portuguese.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Another one. Weave the
Thanks,
story.
Weave the story. Yeah.
These are,
And the
like
€5 as well.
It's like a pear or something.
I know.
dancing
It's an
around.
avocado. We had some avocados earlier.
Is it supposed to be an avocado?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay, rolling through. Let's see. Driver's license.
This one right here.
Bliss. Is there the cigarette smoke smell in the apartments?
It is
it
so
cold?
interesting you say that because
weird.
this week we're having dinner and we smell cigarette smoke coming in the door.
Yeah, it was
We're
weird.
like, what is going on? We look out and we know it's not our neighbors. It's not our neighbors, but the fire escape door is open.
The stairs.
The stairs, yeah, the stairs to the stairs.
We say
elevator,
fire
we got-
escape
we
because
got
who
the stairs.
uses the stairs on the 5th floor?
Yeah. It's smoke. Like somebody was smoking.
It's very
I
weird.
went down to inspect and I don't know, I guess the smoker had just left or I don't know, it was weird.
Not
Saying
common
that,
for us.
not common for
Yeah.
us. Not common for us at all.
We are on the 5th floor though, so even outside on the balcony, you can't smell it.
Right. And it's not very common actually, I think, in buildings that don't have a ton of tenants. But maybe buildings that have a lot of tenants, you might have, one person can ruin it all.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest.
Cigarette smoke. And a lot of people do smoke. So there is
Yeah,
that.
it's less now than I remember it being back in October when people weren't wearing masks as much. So yeah.
And then is it cold in your apartment? Thankfully ours is okay, but that is a common complaint that we hear with people. So I guess find out what the heating is. We just have the unit, on the walls, I guess, that is air,
the wall-mounted units,
or heat. I know that people with radiators, it might not be as warm, so definitely check with that. But that is a complaint. So if you're up north, it can get cold because the older buildings aren't insulated very well either. So
right.
there is that.
Tina, hey, I think we're down to Tina. So hey, and then Josh for Peace asks about vegan in Porto. I mean, we're not vegan, but we have noticed that there are quite a few vegan restaurants. Two of our friends here are vegan, and they don't seem to be hurting for options. I mean, they talk about all the different restaurants they're trying. So I think it's good.
Yeah, and substitutes. I think restaurants are fine with substituting stuff. So vegan, you could definitely be a vegan easily in Porto, I would say.
Yeah.
Carrie D137, Jamal and Shoden. Okay. I hope I'm saying your name right.
Yeah.
Yumiko. I also have seen apartment with washer in the kitchen. Yes, it's common to have it in the kitchen.
In Europe.
That's pretty much where they put it. The kitchen.
It already has the water hookup as well.
Yeah.
Like because of the sink and whatnot.
So it's either going to be in there or in the bathroom, like if you have like a half bath or something, or outside, right, on like a little balcony.
Yeah.
Okay. The trading mark took their comment down.
Yeah.
David Dawson, are most AL listed apartments meant for short term?
Yeah, that's what it's for. Yeah, it means that it's not licensed for. Well, I shouldn't say it's not licensed for long term. It's licensed for short term. It'll get taxed differently.
All right. Rafael, hi.
Hey, Rafael.
Good to see you on here. Okay.
Thanks.
The trading work. Hello. Yes. I'm 18 and interested in moving to Portugal in the next 5 years.
Good.
I'm from the U.S. I either want to study there or sustain myself with an online business. Do you have tips for me? Yeah. So, well, we just did a course. So definitely, if you want to do like the online business, then the D7 visa would be for you. And that's the course that we just did. So we'll put that in the description below to go through those steps where you can DIY getting that visa.
I mean, if you're asking about online business tips, that's not really what our channel is about. We can recommend a few channels. Just email us. You can email me specifically at contact@expatseverywhere.com, and I'd love to talk to you.
Okay, Ed Knapp, any recommendations on the best way learning Portuguese? Oh, okay. So we've had a bunch of people. Yeah. Drops, Skillshare, what was it?
And then
Memrise.
Memrise. Yeah.
That makes sense.
MEMrise. If you want a real person to teach you through videos or in their classroom, then Liz with Talk the Streets would be a great one.
Yeah, check out her YouTube channel. It's really good. Talk the Streets.
Very sweet girl.
Yeah, and we're trying to do something where she'll be on our channel and we'll be on hers. So be on the lookout for that. That's been on hold because restaurants are closed, and she's going to teach us some restaurant Portuguese, and we're going to go in and try and do it. So
yeah, that's going to be awesome. We just need to get in restaurants.
Yeah, again. I know. Open up restaurants. Jimmy. LOL Coffee Snobbery is the best. Yeah, that's him.
That's me.
Anmo.
Really
hey, how are you doing? Hey, Anmo.
Anmo.
Hey.
Hey, that's our guy. How's India?
Yeah, Evo
Bika is the shot. Thank you.
Geez, is that where we are?
That's where we are.
Oh man.
A lot of comments.
Yeah. Noi. Love you guys. Hi. Oh, yep. There we go. Yeah. Rebecca Ednap, we have been using. Okay, good.
Awesome
that you guys are communicating in the chat here. Talking about Bika.
Bika stands for Bebe isto com açúcar. Açúcar. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So drink this with sugar. Yes.
Elaine said that you're going to open a brewing house. That sounds good.
Brilliant.
Keep looking into that. Keep looking into it.
I'm there.
Noi,
in Porto. Portugal. Elaine, in Porto, is that where you're doing it? Let me know. I'm in.
Okay.
You let me know.
Noi Aviation, I'll be in Portugal. Let's meet for coffee. Email us.
Holler
definitely, at us. Especially like since a lot of you guys are coming, we would love to do some sort of like big meetup as well when stuff opens up.
When COVID allows us to, we'll definitely organize a meetup because we would love to meet up with you guys.
Yeah.
Like this is so awesome.
Rebecca, good to know that we can build networks because I thought it was really, you can definitely build networks.
Easy.
Mm-hmm. Melinda talked about Skillshare.
I think you're just running into it now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sounding like scroll.
It's scrolled all the way down.
Oh, did I actually do that?
Technical difficulties in the comment section as we're scrolling.
Okay.
We're back.
See that. How much of a risk is there of getting a smoky apartment, and is your apartment cold? Oh, I don't think you'd get.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I don't think that you would get pre-smoked apartment in. I don't think.
Right.
I don't think that a lot of, especially the short-term stuff, it's not allowed.
Right.
So if you're looking on anything like Airbnb or Idealista and it's short-term, then I would say there's not supposed to be smoking. But you can ask before you actually rent. I don't think.
And then who we rent from, Living, they have a great standard in their apartments. And yeah, we've seen multiple apartments from them, and they're all quality. Like they don't smell of smoke. Yeah.
Yeah. Hector, great videos. Thank you. Thanks, Hector. Oops. Karen, hi guys. I'm new to your channel and love your videos. Thanks,
Karen.
I'm very interested in moving outside the U.S. and I was wondering if you're going to get citizenship in Portugal or keep your U.S. citizenship.
We actually talked about this, not on video, but with each other. The day that we got our stuff, it was like we hadn't even considered the pathway to citizenship. Yeah. I don't think that we'll do it, but we haven't really talked much more about it. We don't even really know. We haven't really explored it.
We're actually not sure. And some people might know this. If it's after 5 years, right? After you renew a couple times, if you have to, I don't think you have to give up your U.S. citizenship to get it.
I don't know.
We don't even know. We haven't looked into it because like Josh said, we hadn't really thought about it. So
we're just taking it 2 years at a time.
Yeah. 2 years.
So, and right now it's 4 months.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. Mike E said October.
And then in Lisbon, things are gradually opening up. And
Katrina,
hi. Always great information. Thank you so much.
Victoria
is moving in September.
Woohoo, good. David should be moving Portugal in about 3 years. All right, David. Good.
3 years.
Good
you
stuff.
Got time.
Yeah.
Way to start planning now.
And David, we've been chatting on email. So yeah, definitely take a look and see what's going on.
Great question from Tina.
How long was the process to get everything squared away to move and live in Portugal? Ooh, that is.
I would say, okay, the moving process, 3 months, more or less, 60 to 90 days. Getting things squared away for us took about 45 days to 60 days being here. But a lot of the slowdown was caused by COVID because things were like the goalposts were being moved on us. If you understand that expression, like things were changing.
Analogy.
Yeah. Things were changing as we arrived. And that really slowed things down. A lot of people are honestly, because of the new process, like having to have a NIF and a bank account before you arrive, you're basically going to be set up within the first week to 2 weeks. And then you're just waiting on that CEF appointment. And then once the CEF appointment hits, you're pretty much done.
Yeah. So in the course that we do, we lay it out at over 14 weeks. Right? 14 weeks?
14 weeks.
Yeah. Okay. I said that and it didn't sound right. But we want to definitely give you guys like a time cushion when you turn your stuff in. So really when you submit your documents to when you could get them back would be about 65 days, just in case. So that process is pretty long. So if you check out the course, we kind of do the timeline for you and it's really bulked at the beginning of the course because you're getting all those documents ready. And then when you send it off, there's other action items to do while they're processing your paperwork, but really 14 weeks.
And real quick, as she reads the next one or before she does, we have 93 people here. It was just 94. Can we get 100? Come on, share it with your friends. We've got 94. Let's go.
And
95. Can we get a 95?
The like button.
Let's keep going. All right.
Okay, Raul had a good question. Update on opening bank account from the USA. And we actually do have an update from Kathleen at Border. If you guys saw, they're the ones that are doing the NIFs and they're working really hard to get a bank account and they think they have someone. They're working and they're running a pilot. So hopefully if everything runs well, then I would say in the next week or two, then that should be up and running. So again, go to Border, www.border.io, and you can get your NIFs and hopefully soon you can do your bank accounts. And if you use the coupon code ExpatsEverywhere, you get $10 off.
And a follow-up to that, I think it's at Atlantic.eu.
Atlantica Europa Bank.
Yeah.
They might do like
video conferencing with you to confirm things.
Yes.
But I don't know if it applies to everybody, but give them a call.
Yeah, we have heard that bank might work. So that is an option. We don't know. That's just what someone told us.
Yeah.
But Border's trying to work with Millennium, which is a good bank for Portugal. So if you wait maybe a couple more weeks, keep checking their website and see if they've got that sorted.
Yeah.
The trading mark, interesting. Okay.
Absolutely.
We answered that one. Okay.
Yeah, we answered you.
Natalie, gotcha. I'm a teacher and I'm going to recommend Practice Portuguese as a very good and complete program. Okay.
Is that just practiceportuguese.com or? We'll just Google it.
Yeah.
Google practice Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Cool.
Recommendation from Natalie. Thank you.
Yeah, Melinda, smash that like button.
Yeah.
Thanks for the support there.
Yes. Prince in Porto agreed. Practice Portuguese. Okay, so we've got
Another recommendation for practice Portuguese. Drops.
Honeymoon, always here in Austin with no water from this room. Oh, I'll be in Portugal as soon as we can. Yeah. Oh, tough weather in Austin right now.
Anmol, our guy, is dropping some super stickers there. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate it.
Oh, yay. Hey, Anmol.
Thanks, man.
Woo-hoo. Those are fun stickers. Oh, man. Let's see. Thanks for drops from Jimmy, Rebecca. 6 months. Hopefully, Rebecca and her family will be here in 6 months. Katrina, plan to start the residency in April. I signed up for your class. Oh, thanks.
Thanks, Katrina. Let us know how it is. We'd love to get some feedback on that.
Yeah, definitely. Sure. And the course isn't time sensitive. So if you're not ready to go yet, you can still get the course. And we are constantly going to be updating it as we hear things change because they like to change stuff on you.
Yeah. And we're going to try to stay on top of that so we can keep it current.
Okay. Melinda. Oh, I think she was telling us where the super chat was,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a different view than you guys do. So it's a bit weird. And I'm not actually looking at the camera. I'm trying to read the chat. So that's a bit weird for me too.
That's a funny name. When they question your income for the visa, did a certain amount deposited in a Portuguese bank override that requirement? So for us, what we ended up doing for our SEF appointment is, there's that calculation that they give you. And we initially put just about that much in because it's for the 3 of us.
Yeah.
And then we were using it. So by the time we went to our SEF appointment, we actually didn't have that amount of that calculation. It was under it. And we kind of did that on purpose just to see what would happen because we had the money in our US bank account and transfer wise. And we could show them that we had it, but it didn't seem to be an issue. So I think they just want to see a big chunk in your Portuguese bank account, but then also see your bank statements from the US or from your home country. Yeah. They take a look at that stuff. So I don't know if it necessarily would override it. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know if it would
think that's just what you
override it.
need. That's what they want to see, along with like your work contracts and stuff. But I think they just want to see that the money's actually there, a chunk of it in the Portuguese bank account. Yeah. That has to happen. So also have your US ones as kind of like a backup, I guess. Evo days are fusing together.
Yeah.
I know. I think the other day I said, what's today? What did I say? What's today? Tuesday? And you're like, it's Saturday.
Yeah. You were like 3 days off.
Yeah.
It was bizarre. All right, let's keep rolling.
I don't know.
Yumiko?
Yep. Not good at typing fast. Please feel free to share anything and everything. So if you want to tell real quick how we went by her.
Oh, yeah. So with Yumiko, she reached out to us because she is also she's a homeowner in Porto, bought a house a few years ago. It's finally finished. And we asked her where it was. And it's in a neighborhood that we really like, an area near Rua Cedo Feito. And we were like, okay, let's go check it out. And I asked her for the address and I walked by the building and the building was a little bit under construction, or not the building, but the street. There was some work that was being done. But went back and shot a quick video of it, but didn't want to look too shady walking around. We were walking Sia.
Yeah.
And sorry. And so it was really cool to connect with her and be able to see her property and know that there's someone else that loves Porto as much as we do.
Mm-hmm. All right, Danny G, hello from Tennessee.
What's up?
I look forward to moving to Porto or Braga next year. We plan on visiting this year when COVID subsides. Also looking forward to seeing what neighborhood characteristics, around Porto. Yeah,
love to show you. Where in Tennessee? Because I'm from Bristol, Virginia, but share the state line.
Prince in Porto. My only thing about Porto is trying to figure out how to dress because I want to look cute, but I don't want my outfits to get rained on it. So true.
The other thing with that about knowing how to dress is you can't always look out the window and trust the way other people are dressed to know how you should dress.
They wear big coats.
Like in October, November time, people were already starting to wear big coats, and it's like, I could wear a hoodie or I could just have long sleeves on or a windbreaker and it would be fine.
Yeah.
Temperature wise. So you never can trust that.
Yeah. I think they bundle up and especially when you get walking, it gets hot. So
yeah,
that is tough. Even when you check the apps, weather apps, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Natalie, what is super chat? Did someone explain to her what super chat is?
I think she knows now.
Did she get? Yeah. Okay. You got it. You're good.
Natalie,
You're good, Natalie.
We'll talk about it.
David, do you know how to get a Portuguese phone number while in the U.S.? That is a good question. I
don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how. Because I mean, I think you need a SIM.
Yeah, you need a SIM card. And I don't think they'll even have the SIMs in the U.S.
You could probably. Well, it looks like we got another super chat. You could probably get a. If you were going through a lawyer, maybe get someone to send it to you. I don't know. Shoot, send us an email. Maybe we can figure it out.
Yeah, maybe we can try and go talk to Vodafone too and see. But that's a good question. That's the first time someone's actually asked that.
Do you want to have it so you can hit the ground running? Let us know.
Yeah, if that's the case, it's not too bad to get here and get something short term.
Yeah.
To start off. Okay, super chat. Woohoo! Hawaiian guy.
Hawaiian guy. What's up?
Hey guys, would you say after 4 months you are generally living more affordably now than in the US? One of my goals with a move to Portugal is to lower my cost of living without living like a monk. Keep up the great work. Thanks. As I'm reading Josh, I can see it says.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with living like a monk.
But you do not have to do that here.
You don't have to do it here.
Although they drink wine.
No, right? I would honestly say like after the first 2 months, 3 months, we started to get into a much better rhythm with our spending. Initially, it was like we were wanting to try everything. So you would see something, you just buy it or try it, especially with food. So that's definitely slowed down. We've gotten into rhythm with like knowing what groceries we should buy. And, we don't really opt for the high end things. We're not buying a lot of imported goods, American products. We don't need it.
Yeah, there's everything here. So you really don't. You get into a groove. Yeah. So definitely after 4 months, I would say that, we probably are actually living under the budget that we initially made.
We are.
Yeah.
We had much higher budget for utilities. For phone, we're spending far less on that. For entertainment, but that's because of how things are right now. What else? There was something else that was lower. Transportation.
Oh yeah.
So we're walking everywhere. Porto's, I mean, as long as you're fairly fit and you have the inclination to walk and you're not in a time crunch to get somewhere, Porto's definitely walkable, and you save you can save a good amount of money on transportation.
Now it is hilly, so you got to keep that in mind. But if you don't mind that, you can take your time.
We've been here 4 months. We have loaded our card 3 times for a total of 15 rides. So we've not even taken the metro 15 times. Metro and bus. 15 times. If that tells you anything.
Oh, look, we're at 99 people. 100. 100. Did you guys share with your friends?
Thank you guys for sharing. If you did. If you didn't, that's okay. Let's keep going.
Okay, yeah, because we've almost been on an hour here. Let's see. Natalie, so great your help in the charities. Very cool. Thanks. Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, we're really excited about that.
Honeymoon, I speak Brazilian Portuguese and it's very different.
It is.
Yes. Yeah. The way it sounds is very different.
Brazilian Portuguese, bom demais.
European Portuguese will allow you to understand Brazilian Portuguese, which is hard if you do it the other way around.
I agree. I agree with that.
Okay. Good advice then. Prince in Porto, I love studying European Portuguese, but Brazilian TV content is so much fun.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. There's even programming on here, I think, that's Brazilian Portuguese.
Yeah. Prashel Carter. Hey guys, good to see you. I just happened to see you online tonight. Question for you. Does your place have a clothes dryer? I've noticed that many places have washers, but no dryers. And it does not. Yeah. So we don't have a washer or dryer.
We just have a drying rack.
Yeah, which the plan was just to hand wash stuff. But like we mentioned before, the humidity makes it really hard to dry. So you might notice it looks just like a washer, like there's not a washer and a dryer, but it is a washer and dryer in one. So that is very common here. Definitely ask. Yeah. So you can definitely get a washer dryer combo. But I would recommend having both, either in one or two.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously, it was one of my cons. Okay, Rebecca, I may break down and get Insta just to follow you guys. I got off of Insta. Don't do it. Don't break down.
Don't break down for us. Don't break down.
You can follow on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. Tamara, lockdown now until April. No, Portugal is not messing around. Yeah, we'll see.
You know what I could do? I could start posting stuff on Patreon. How about I do that, Rebecca? I'll start posting stuff on Patreon. I'll post menus. I'll post menus on Patreon.
Yeah, there you go. James, love you guys. Hoping to move in 2022.
Thanks,
what
James.
do you think of Braga? We like
Braga's
Braga.
good.
Mhm.
It's certainly more affordable.
A little
I
smaller.
hate using the word cheaper, but it's definitely more affordable
It's just smaller,
than
too.
Lisbon or Porto.
Mhm.
It's smaller. I
Mhm.
think the people are as nice or maybe even nicer
Mhm.
because it's smaller. It's more communal.
Yeah, I think it would be easy to live in Braga. Mhm.
Yeah. And you're pretty close then to Galicia as well, which is an awesome part of Spain.
Mm.
And the people there are fairly similar to Portuguese. I think they share quite a lot of cultural things. It's cool.
Jimmy, great info, you guys.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Come on, you Eunice.
Tomorrow,
for those that know.
Tomorrow we're playing Benfica, actually. So if there are any Benfica fans here, leave it in the comment section below.
Benfica is in Portugal, for those of you guys who
Benfica's
do
in
not
Lisbon.
follow.
They're enemies already.
Yeah. Porto, yeah, Benfica. Okay, Tamara, any recommendations on rental car companies? Oh, that's a good question.
Is it? I mean, we don't really have any recommendations.
Well, I mean, yeah, we've not really been asked.
It's a good question.
I think I've seen Europe car around here.
Yeah,
is a big one, and that would be a
Europa
car. Yeah. Maybe it's green and black.
Yeah.
And that's a big company, so that they're around.
Yeah.
I think anyone will be fine though. Just price compare.
Yeah.
When we've rented cars in Europe when we didn't live here, but we traveled here, or even when we actually lived here, we went through all different companies, whatever was cheapest.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're fine.
Blame it on me. I'm cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Cheap.
Well, Melinda, yes, Edward. Hey, Eddie. Elaine. What did I do?
You go all the way down. Yeah. Scroll back up. We had the same technical difficulty. It's really weird the way this works. I think you've passed it. Go back. So sorry, guys.
Elaine, thank you guys. My husband is there now with the other 2 kids painting our house. I'm super nervous about the flight. Oh, shoot. I'm hoping I can come with lock. Yeah. I think you should be able to come. Yeah. Abu Muhammad. Hi guys. First time on live chat. Hi.
Hey, Abu.
Okay, Elaine, I'll take our dog. Oh, German Shepherd and cat too. I've been trying to decide on whether or not I will take the cat on board or send with the dog. Be
careful about the weight of your German Shepherd. So how much does it weigh? Check the new restrictions on that.
Yeah, check with the airline that you're thinking. Yeah, before you book, if you haven't booked, right? Definitely check because there's some changes going on there.
Yeah.
Abu Muhammad, there are many European Portuguese YouTube channels like Portuguese with Leo, Talk the Street, Portuguese Lab. Oh, that's another one, Portuguese Lab.
Portuguese Lab, yeah.
Yep, lots of stuff online that you can practice that European Portuguese.
I think Portuguese with Leo and Talk the Streets, they are friends. So, yeah.
Cool.
So you might see them on each other's channel.
Jacob, you guys know anything about family reunification? My girlfriend is Portuguese, and we're under the impression that we can get a residency permit in Portugal without getting a visa first. Okay, so you guys, so you're here already? I think if you're here, then you can. But if it's a girlfriend and not a wife, I think you're going to have a hard time because I think you need to have a marriage certificate.
Probably notarized.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love notaries here. Let's keep rolling.
Yeah. So I think you might have to be married.
Yeah.
Or to be family because it's got to be immediate family. Elaine in Covilla. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
The fam. Elizabeth Reynolds, really enjoy and appreciate your videos. Love the practical tips, concise, pleasant, and super helpful. Thank you.
Well, this video in particular is not concise, but we're trying to answer all your questions.
I know. And we're over an hour.
Sorry.
Go a little longer. Abu Portuguese Lab offers an online class too.
Yeah, awesome.
And Liz has some stuff as well. Natalie Gray, there's a dual citizenship agreement. Okay.
Brilliant.
I think that's what we're talking about, the citizenship. Yeah,
citizenship. Brilliant.
That's what I thought. I didn't think they'd make you give it up.
We've not even looked into it. We try not to talk. We try not to talk about things we haven't actually looked into or done ourselves. So if you guys haven't noticed about us, yeah, we keep quiet if we don't know about it.
But that's good, actually. So now we know. A lot of people are saying you don't have to. I didn't.
Yeah,
I was going to say I didn't
it.
think you had to. Marlis, hello in the house.
What's up, Marlis?
Melinda again, smash that like button. Thanks, Melinda. You should be our PR person.
She's our hype lady.
Marlis, do you pay taxes here in America also?
Well,
for you,
we're gonna have to file in both, but it doesn't mean we're gonna pay in both. It's going to be a weird tax year for 2020, but in 2021, I think most of our income will be classified in the U.S. as foreign earned income, and we will be on the hook for taxes then in Portugal. So we'll have our residency here in Portugal, and then pay taxes here as opposed to the US.
But generally not both, right? I think that's a concern of people.
Double
is that
taxation.
Yeah,
Double taxation only happens if you don't file properly. If you don't dot your I's and cross your T's.
Or get someone to do it for you.
Yeah, which this year we're going to have that done because our tax situation's gotten too crazy.
Okay, Mike E said Atlantico was great for setting up. Good.
Thank you, Mike E.
Download the app.
They make you download the app. Yeah, okay. That's right.
Noi, as an American citizen, you are able to carry up to 3 passports from 3 different countries. So if you're looking for EU passport, you're good to go. Ooh, good.
We want to get Valencia one. Right?
Yeah. Marlis.
We want to get her citizenship here just in case she's not good enough to play for the U.S. women's soccer team. She has a chance at the Portuguese team.
She's going to be good enough. Marlis, can you use your driver's license there? So that's a good thing. That is important to note. Once you get your residency card, you are allowed to use your U.S. driver's license only for 6 months. And then after that, if they stop you, they're going to question why you haven't converted to the Portuguese one, which is why we are both going to do it.
Right.
So we just have to look into that process. So you have a bit of a buffer. And since we just got a residency card, we have time, but we will look into it. Because you also can only do your international driving certificate for that 6 months as well.
Yes.
So yeah, you got to get it changed.
Yeah.
Noi Aviation in Portugal, you can apply for citizenship if you're legal, live there for a minimum of 5 years.
That's right.
Yep, 5 years. You just have to renew after 2 years. That's something that also changed, you guys. We just had our staff appointment, and I specifically asked how long until the next renewal, and it's 2 years. So it used to be 1 year, but it's 2 years
now. So now we go 2, 2, 1.
And then you can get the citizenship. Seabliss, thank you for all the info. We really appreciate you guys. What's the name of the site where you got your apartment again?
Living, and that's with 3 I's. So Living. Yeah.
Tell them the Expats Everywhere sent you.
Yeah.
Woo. Marlis, thanks for the hats.
You're welcome.
Expats
one of these hats and a gray hat. Super fan. Are you wearing one right now?
Yeah, tell us. Melinda, how much and where will you get your US to Euro money exchange? Oh, this is an easy one. Melinda.
Oh,
we use TransferWise.
TransferWise, yeah.
So we'll put that in the description below. But we did a video with them about how we saved loads of money because banks gouge you. So TransferWise is good with the exchange rate and everything.
There are other companies other than TransferWise, but TransferWise has always been like on the cutting edge of different products and services. So they're a great company to be with, and they've got some big news that's coming soon, I think.
Yeah, and they
do more than just transfers.
We have a link. Again, we'll put that below, that if you use that link, then you'll get your first transfer for free up to like £500.
Yeah.
So check out that.
Their little credit card or debit card, it's not a credit card. Their debit card was like a lifesaver when we got here, because we were able to easily move money from USD into our Euro like wallet within this card. And then we were able to pay in euros instead of like getting caught with transaction fees and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We definitely recommend them.
Yeah.
All right. How much longer are we going to go?
Let's try to knock these out.
Oh, there's a lot.
I know.
Okay, James, for the funding requirement, does the funds have to be in a checking account or brokerage account?
No, it can be in a checking account. Well, it can be in either, I guess.
What's a brokerage? Isn't that investments? Or
I think if we understand your question correctly, you need your bank account in Portugal to be funded. That's a requirement. So
I think it's going to have to be a checking.
Yeah.
Or savings,
and then when you get here, you can move it into some sort of investment brokerage account.
Yeah. After your SEF appointment. So have the Portuguese bank account set up with the cash in there. Yeah. After your SEF appointment, you're free then to move it.
Yeah. To answer Glenn, we flew from Miami. So we drove from Orlando to Miami to Charles de Gaulle, Paris to Porto.
And we flew Air France.
And KLM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ed, we have a story. I was supposed to have my SEF appointment today and was told today outside the office they don't do appointments until further notice. So it's good that you guys did yours earlier. That is news to us.
Yeah. That could just be also that particular branch. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because things here in Porto are getting better in terms of COVID. So I can't see that I don't know why they would change things now.
Yeah.
With the COVID restrictions. Let's keep
That's
going.
good. But I think I would say definitely if you have your appointment, go to it no matter what, and then see what happens. Because who knows right now.
Yeah. Kathleen, great to see you.
Great to see you. Booked a place for the month of September. All right. Good. Come check it out.
Marley says that Smyrna, Tennessee sucks. I know a girl from Smyrna.
Lorella, you're funny.
Okay, so Ed, what's the COVID vaccination situation there? It's slow.
They're actually being criticized.
They're getting criticized for it. It's slow.
Yeah.
And
they haven't even done all of their healthcare workers and people over 80. So what you have to do is you have to be on the public healthcare to even get in line. But the line is crazy right now. And high risk people that are high risk have not even gotten it.
Yeah.
So
let's try to blast through these last few. We're going to jump off at the 1:15 mark. So let's blast through.
Okay, Marlis, order it online. The hats, the merch. Honeymoon always. You can get a SIM card from Portugal on eBay.
Oh, great. Yeah, great advice. Claro SIM. Yeah, Amazon. Claro SIM.
Amazon. Okay.
Good advice, Marlis.
With the story, I get the impression that locals think Portugal is cold, but it actually feels warmer than thanks to the humidity. Yeah, Australian was.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. They wear big jackets, and I would die in a big jacket.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
David Dawson, thank you too. You're both awesome.
Thanks, David. Appreciate it, man.
And Kim Estrada, what is the one item you miss from the United States? The one item.
Chick-fil-A.
The one place.
Yeah.
We were talking about
Chick-fil-A.
the cookie place, Insomnia Cookies.
Insomnia Cookie. That's also very good.
I mean,
but
they've got amazing pastries.
There's good pastries here. Chick-fil-A.
But it would have to be Chick-fil-A. The one item. I think I missed some baby stuff too as well. I got really into a couple
Honest
brands. Honest, okay, but just some specific baby brands, and then some specific face care stuff that I can't get here.
Oh, we haven't. See, we've got a light going out because we've been on too long.
Thanks for that question, Kim.
So Honeymoon asks, did y'all celebrate the launch of your course? We absolutely did because we had to stop drinking wine
at night
because that was the time that we could work when C was asleep. So we had to stop drinking wine so that we could get the course put out in time. So you better believe Friday we were popping bottles.
We said once the course is up,
we popped a bottle.
Then we will have some wine. So it was great motivation those few days to get it done.
Yes.
Abu Muhammad. Talk to Marlis. Can you get the Portuguese SIM card from? Okay. Yeah. Looks like they're chatting.
They're having
that.
a chat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, yep. Looks like you can. U.S. Silva. Look, Marlis is saying when I go to, he doesn't understand. But you're enjoying those €2 to €3 bottles of Porto, of course.
100%.
Yes.
Yep.
Josh just took the glass out today for recycling. There was a lot. Jorge Ribeiro Gomez, there's no big advantage to having a SIM card before being in Portugal because you're not going to use it.
I agree with that as well. I agree with that.
Yeah. Well, really what you could do is keep your American plan or your home country plan for a few days after your planned arrival and just have it set up so you can use it internationally. So you can use it for a few days when you get here and then you can get the SIM card here. That's what we did.
Gary K, in regards to the budget, less the rent, I would say for us, we're looking at about €1,000. But that's also because we like to eat and we like to do stuff. So yeah,
and you haven't been able to do that as much right now.
You can do it on less. You can definitely do it on less. But it looks like a whole chat kicked off in the comment section, which is awesome. But I think we should wrap it up.
Oh, Jorge asked if we tried Francesinhas already.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is probably one of Kaylee's my favorite. Yeah.
That and Cachorral Especial.
Oh, yeah. But once we can eat out more, we're gonna do some stuff with Francesinhas.
Cachorro Especial.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
don't ask me.
It's a hot dog with a special sauce on it.
Yes, I do.
The Francesinha sauce, I think.
It's good. It's good. Yeah,
it's good. All right, guys, we are gonna wrap it up there. We are at 1:15. We love you guys. We thank you so much. It has been incredible to connect with you all. We'll try to do this again when we hit 20K. Which is going to be soon because you guys are awesome. If you're not subscribed yet, we ask that you subscribe so that we can do this again when we hit 20K.
Yeah, and share with all your friends so they subscribe too.
We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Be good. Now let's get moving.